She combines the power of yoga and sex to help you open through the body, heighten your senses, and connect with your partners on a deeper level. Please welcome Dr. Kat Meyer.
Yes, thank you, gorgeous, for blessing us with your presence.
My pleasure.
We're so excited to learn about you. First of all, just tell us exactly what you do. I mean, we kind of know you combine sex and yoga, but go deeper into how you can help people with that.
Yeah, so my company is Sex Love Yoga. Three of my favorite topics to talk about and do. And it
I like and do.
And I have a private practice in which I see clients, individuals, couples, and I also lead international retreats around the same thing. You know, unlocking and empowering yourself through your sexuality and embodiment. I'm a podcaster, so my podcast is Eat, Play, Sex, which is everything related to sex, love, and nutrition. My previous podcast co-host, was a hormone expert. So
and that has
she
a lot
came
to do
on,
with it.
Oh my God.
Nutrition
it has
and hormones.
Everything. To do with it. Yeah.
Yes.
Our gut health impacts how our hormones are produced, which helps our sex drive, which helps us to
feel happy.
To feel happy and to feel open. Like if I don't feel good in my body, then how am I going to allow myself to pleasure myself? How am I going to allow somebody else to touch and pleasure myself?
Yeah.
So all of this is crucial. And then a lot of us don't even know how to take care of our vulvas.
Yeah.
And so by having these real and raw conversations to teach people and empower people on how to take care of themselves.
So how are the steps?
Every month I do what's called Anjaan Yoga, which is a women's sensual yoga experience. So we do yoga in our underwear.
I love that. So vulnerable. But I think vulnerability is probably that first thing you have to break down to really get in touch with yourself, right?
Right. And then to be in this room that's all candlelit with 20 other women who are doing this same thing with the same intention to learn to love themselves and be okay with being in their skin, in their underwear, in the room full of women. Yeah. It's so powerful.
Yeah, I mean, I know coming from a culture of Latinos, I mean, growing up talking about masturbation was like, no, you're going to hell.
Yeah.
Right.
And coming from a background where I was molested as a child, and I think a lot of Latinas were by a cousin, you know, is that something that people can really heal from? Because I feel even as an adult, I struggle with that still sometimes in the place of like, if a man kind of comes on to me dominating, I feel the fear, and sometimes I have a problem saying no. In my 20s, I would actually still be with a guy even if I didn't want to because I didn't have the courage. Is that something you're kind of always healing from, or?
So it depends on how you define healing. So I help people, and I can speak for myself too in my own story because I also experienced that as well. But working with people and helping my nervous system to be regulated was a big factor of that.
Yeah.
So working with the trauma itself, and I do EMDR, which is a brain reprocessing technique with clients, and helps them to more rapidly process that past experience and anything else that's
lingering.
Right, or happened since then, because those past experiences,
we created new stuff.
Right, and it creates this lens from which we see the world.
Yeah.
And we don't even realize how we're operating from these beliefs or from this lens that we're seeing. So helping them that way while also helping them to calm the nervous system down so they're not in this constant fight or flight response, or they can learn how to soothe themselves in the moment that they do get activated. And then teaching them about these patterns of behavior that they've gained and how to use more optimal strategies instead.
I love it. Where can they find your podcast? Because I know that that's where they're going to learn more about your techniques, right?
Eat, Play, Sex podcast on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all the platforms.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much.